morning. How are you guys today? Well, I woke up this morning and I think it's going to be another nice day. It was a nice day yesterday, and I am very happy to be able to be with you here today. And I'm excited to see what the day brings. And I hope that you're doing well. Let's do a feelings check. How are you feeling today? Excellent. Thank you for telling me. I'm feeling pretty good myself. I'm missing all of you at school, and I know I say that every day, but I do, and I don't want you to forget it. So let's get started with our day. We have a new letter. We're going to spell names today. We're going to sing our songs. And we're going to have a fantastic day. So here we go. Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? How are you today? I'm fine, hope you are too. I'm fine, hope you are too. I'm fine, hope you are too. How are you today? Reach to your neighbor and touch their elbow. Reach to your neighbor and touch their elbow. Reach to your neighbor and touch their elbow. How are you today? Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? How are you today? Excellent. I hope you can see out the window or out the front door or the back door, but don't go out, just look and tell me, what's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather today? Is it sunny? Is it cloudy? Is it rainy? Is it windy? Is it cold or snowy? What's the weather today? Can you tell me? Excellent. Oh, you guys are fantastic helpers. Now I want to talk a little bit about spring before we get in our new letter and before we start spelling names. I kind of want to talk to you about what does spring look like? We're finally getting warmer weather, and we're finally starting to see things around your neighborhood or your house that tell us that spring is coming. And the first thing that I'm going to do this morning is I'm going to spell the word spring. And spring begins with a letter that we've used in our letter buckets before, and it sounds like this. The first letter of spring sounds S. Do you remember what letter that is? What letter says S? Excellent. I hope you guessed S. So S would be our first letter of that word. So we're going to make an S. I love to make an S. So S. And the next sound we hear is P, sp. And that's a P. And then there's an R, and I, N, G, spring. And that P, I erased. Spring, spring. And I want you to think about the things that spring happen in the spring. I've talked about it a couple of times. We talked about the weather getting warmer. We talked about the wind. So it's a great time to fly kites. We talked about the things that we might wear in spring, short sleeve shirts. Yesterday, and maybe today, you wore some shorts because it was warmer outside. So there's a lot of great things that are happening, but I want to talk about the things that you see that are growing, right? So what kinds of things are growing around you? Can you tell me? Did you say flowers? Because I hope you did. Because flowers are growing, aren't they? Flowers are growing, and there's different colors of flowers. Can you tell me a color of a flower? Excellent. I knew you could. My favorite right now is when I go to my friend's house. They have these little purple flowers that are growing in their yard, and they're teeny tiny, and they're all over the yard. They kind of exploded. So you might see some purple flowers. Outside at my apartment, I see yellow dandelions. I saw some yellow flowers when I went to my friend's house. their next door neighbors have these flowers called tulips, and they had, let me think if I can remember, white and yellow, and I think purple. I'll have to remember and I'll have to take a picture. Flowers growing in the yard. They were beautiful. So I love that. And I wanted to talk a little bit about what you think. Why do you think flowers are starting to grow in the spring? What kinds of things do flowers, the grass, the trees, what do they need to grow? We're going to talk a little bit about that today. And you guys probably know already, but they need sunshine to grow. Flowers need sunshine to grow. Trees need sunshine to grow. And I don't know if you know this, but it's important for us to get outside. Now I'm going to draw sunshine on my board here. Sunshine is important for all of us. I don't know if you know that. I was telling my friend who doesn't really like to go outside, I told her that it's very important for all of us. My son is crazy. Look at all the rays. I was telling her that the sun is very important for all of us. And so it's important for us, even though we're not going to school, and maybe most of you aren't going to the store, it's important for us to get outside because that sun is what we need. It helps us feel better. It helps put some, we get some good rays and some vitamin D in our system. And so sun is important. And it's important. My dog likes to be outside. Sometimes he'll remind me, if I've been inside too long, he'll remind me, dude, he'll come and look at me. And that means, hey, I need to go outside and I want us to be outside in the sunshine and the fresh air. And so flowers and trees and grass and all of those things need sunshine to grow. And so that happens a lot in the springtime. And so that's important. The other thing that happens in the springtime, and it happened for some of us last night. Can you tell me what this is? What is happening from my cloud? Can you see it? That's right, it's raining. And water and rain are very important for the grass, for the trees, for the flowers to grow. And did you know, dude, we need water too. I hope you're drinking your water at home. I remind you guys every day at school, and sometimes you see Miss Tracy and Miss Lori, we're drinking water. It's important for us. And after we've been in the gym or after we've been outside, what's our favorite thing to do? We get a drink of water, don't we? So we're a lot like the flowers and the trees. We're living, right? The flowers and the trees and the grass, those are living things, and we are living things too. So we need the sun and we need the rain. We certainly do. The other thing that flowers, we don't need this, but flowers and trees and grass need is, I'm going to draw it down here and see if you guys can guess what it is. I tried my best to make some dirt, right? So when we plant flowers or when we plant, some people plant trees, they need dirt. And what happens is those seeds in fact, let me write myself a note. I will see if I can get us some seeds and we'll show what happens. Those seeds will crack open, right? And those roots will come out and they'll come down. That seed will crack open and roots will come down. And as the rain comes and as the sun shines, that seed begins to open up and those roots begin, and then our flowers and our grass and our trees begin to grow. And so that's my flower. It's not so great. I am not an artist, you know that, but I am trying. We'll do it this way. So our springtime, all of these things need to happen. And in springtime, those things happen all the time. The dirt begins to get wet from the rain. And as that gets wet, those seeds begin to open up and things begin to grow, and our sunshine shines and it helps get those nutrients in. There's a fancy word for you, nutrients. That's like our vitamins, and it gets into those seeds, and that plant begins to grow. And I don't know about you, but around here, our grass is beginning to grow, isn't it? The other day, our grass needs cut, and the other day the dog was outside, and I could see that the grass was growing. It was as tall as the middle part of his leg. And so it's important for that grass to get cut, right? Or that grass will just continue to grow. So lots of fun things are happening. The other thing that is happening is that birds are beginning to be out. You can hear them, and I want you to listen for them today. Today, I want you to go outside and I want you to listen for birds. I keep trying to take a picture to show you guys, and every time I get close enough, the birds fly away. But there's a lot of birds out looking for worms. They're looking for things to make a nest, and it's an exciting time now. I want to tell you that if you see a nest outside, I want you to leave it alone, okay? Because the birds are coming to build their nests because they're going to soon start laying eggs. And from those eggs, baby birds will be born. And so we need to let them. It's fun to watch a nest being built, but I need you to make sure that you keep hands off. I'm going to be looking for some nests in my area, and I'll try and see if I can find one and take a picture. But so far, I haven't seen any, but I've seen lots of birds, and I know they're getting ready. So there's a lot of great, wonderful things that are happening in the springtime, and I absolutely love it, and I cannot wait to see how things begin to bloom. I love flowers, and I love when the grass starts getting taller and the grass needs to be cut. That's one of my favorite things to smell is when the grass gets cut. It smells like springtime and summer to me, and I absolutely love it. And so I just wanted to take a minute to talk about springtime. Now, I have a new letter for us this morning, and this letter is what? Do you know what this letter is? W. This letter is W. Now, some of you are going to say, here, let me erase this. If I turn it upside down, it kind of looks like an M, doesn't it? For Mitchell and Melanie. But this is W. W. And again, I keep choosing letters that the uppercase letter and the lowercase letter look the same, don't they? Except one is taller and one is shorter. So this is W. And when we make our W's, I'll do our W's first. When we make our W's, we go big line, big line, big line, big line, right? And the same, little line, little line, little line, little line. I love to make those W's. Isn't that great? W's. Big line, big line, big line, big line. 4 big lines. And on the lowercase w, we have 4 little lines, don't we? Excellent. So that's how we make a W. Now, does anyone know what sound W makes? Wah. Wah. Very good. Wah. And we're going to look in our bucket and we're going to see what kinds of things are in our W bucket. This is a watering can. Isn't that great? It's a watering can. And when the rain doesn't come, sometimes when we plant flowers, we need to water those flowers. And so we put water in there, and we can put water the flowers and water the dirt so that things will grow. So we have a watering can. Isn't that wonderful? We also have, something we like to eat. Waffles. Waffles. Isn't that great? What do you like to put on your waffles? I like to put butter and syrup. Sometimes I like to put peanut butter or Nutella. We've talked about Nutella at school. And you're going to say, ooh, but have you tasted it? What's my rule? Can't say ooh unless you've tasted it. Right? Okay. Oh, this is an animal. This sort of looks like, I'm going to give you a closer look. This sort of looks like the seal from our bucket, from our S bucket. But do you see those 2 long teeth? They're called tusks. And this animal is much larger than a seal. This is a walrus. A walrus. And they also swim in the ocean just like a seal does. But they have long tusks. Aren't those great? You can see the tusks from there. I love those. And one more thing we all love to eat. What is that? Watermelon. Watermelon. Very good. So let's say those. Oh, I do not have a lowercase w, but I only have my uppercase W in this one. Oh my goodness, I'm going to have to go search for a lowercase w. But I love that. So the other thing I wanted to draw for you that begins with a W. See if you can guess what it is. I don't know if you can tell what this is going to be or not. I was trying to make a web, a spider web. I did not do a good job. See if you guys can draw a better web today. Miss Lori did not do a good job, but that's okay. I tried, right? We got to try. So we've got watering can. Zoop. Goodbye. We have a waffle. Excellent. We have a walrus. Very good. And a watermelon. We love our W words. So today, of course, we got to do our writing board today. I'm going to erase our springtime. Okay. So our writing today is going to go like this. We're going to do our W's. We're going to do our name. And we have a shape today. What shape is this? What shape is that? Triangle. So we're going to practice drawing our triangles. Now you're going to say, I don't like to draw a triangle. I know you don't. You're going to tell me you'd rather draw circles because those are easy, right? Or even rectangles. Oh no, we're trying a triangle because I know you can do it. Now, so a lot of you are going to be able to figure this out, but a great way to start your triangle is like you're making an A. And we have several kids in our classroom that begin with A. And so you guys know how to write that A. So you're going to practice. You want to take, remember, sometimes it helps to make a dot. And I've taught some of you that. So if you make a dot, then you're going to make a diagonal line this way and a diagonal line this way. And don't make your A up here. Do your little line down there, right? Okay? So you're going to connect those two. Make a triangle. If you mess up, it's not a big deal. Or if it's easier for you to think of it this way, we've talked about the shape. So our 3D shape of a triangle, the triangle is 2D, right? But if I take that 3D shape and I can pick it up, my triangle becomes a cone. And so if you guys want to draw an upside down triangle, which is still a triangle, and to make a cone, you can. So you're going to make your little line. So just act like you're making an ice cream cone, okay? And you know what? In fact, I want you to make some ice cream cones today. I would love an ice cream cone. What kind of ice cream do you like? I am going to make a chocolate ice cream cone with a cherry on top. Look. So that's what I want you to draw. Now, the other way that you can draw a ice cream is sometimes we make circles. So you get to make your circles today. So I'm going to draw an upside down triangle, which is a cone, right? Oh, that cone is horrible. See, adults make mistakes. No big deal. Okay, so I'm going to make my cone. And then how many ice cream scoops would you like on top? How many ice cream scoops do I have on top of my ice cream? I have 3 ice cream scoops. So that's what you're going to make today. So you're going to make your letter W. You're going to make your name. You're going to draw a triangle. And then I want you to draw some ice cream. I'm going to make one big scoop. Okay? Those are the things that I want you to work on writing today, okay? If you mess up, if you can't do it, do we cry? Goodness no. We keep working and trying. I keep on working till I figure it out. I figure it out. Oh, I figure it out. I keep on working till I figure it out. And that's what we're going to do, okay? All right, so we got our W. Let's do, before we move on, what letter? I don't have my letter. That's okay. I was going to review. We'll do a review tomorrow. So, W's today. W. Oh, we did V. V. Remember? V. W is W. V is V. You know what? We haven't sung the ABC song, and then I'm going to teach you an ABC song that I like. So let's do the ABC song first, our normal ABC song. Then I'm going to teach you a new one that is my favorite. Okay? So we'll sing our regular ABC song, all right? So let's do this. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? You guys know that one, don't you? But I'm going to teach you a new one. It's one of my favorites. I've been singing it for years. I guess I haven't taught you at school. Silly me. Because we usually do just our normal one. So it goes like this. I like it because it's a little bit faster. It goes like this. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider and sat down beside her and boo! Scared Miss Muffet away. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. You like that one? I do. It's one of my favorites. So we'll sing that again this week so I can teach that to you. Because singing is so important. And we can learn so much from singing, can't we? All right. The singing reminded me. I need to talk about washing hands. If you have the TV on, or if your mommies and daddies talk, or your grandmas or grandpas or your aunts or uncles, it's important for us all the time to wash our hands. But it's really important for us right now to wash our hands during this time. So that if we go outside and Kai just got up. Can you see him? Kai? Oh, he doesn't want to be on camera today. It's important for us to wash hands. And so when we wash hands, you guys know, because we do it all day long, okay? But I like to sing a song while I wash my hands. So we put our hands under the water, we get a squirt of soap, right? And we start to make those bubbles. And when we're washing our hands, you can sing this. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lori. Happy birthday to you. And then you sing it again. Then you rinse. I always use the back of my hand, turn that water off, and dry them. But you can sing our ABC song. When I wash my hands, that's what I sing. So I get my hands under the water, then I get my soap, and then I start to wash, and I do this. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider and sat down beside her, and boo! Scared Miss Muffet away. Oh, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. And then I rinse my hands off, turn off the water, and dry them up. And it's important for us to sing a little song so that we are making those bubbles on our soap, from our soap, and so that we can get rid of all of those germs that are on our hands, okay? I don't want us to just quickly put our hands under the water, get a squirt of soap, and rinse it all off and be done. We need to really make those bubbles so that that soap can kill all those germs, right? We want to be germ busters, okay? All right, so the last thing that I want to do this morning is spell everybody's names. Let me put my W over here. we're going to spell everybody's names. And so for those of you who are watching, maybe that I don't know who you are, welcome. And what I'm going to do is spell the kids' names in our classroom. And I have a couple of other special guests that I know that are watching on a daily basis. And so I'm going to spell their names. Being able to recognize each other's names, parents, if you're listening, is an important first step of pre-reading, because they're being able to recognize familiar words, right? And that's what sight words are. Basically, we've created names in our classroom. We've used the names in our classroom to make sight words for the kids. Now, no, typically they're not going to see those names in a book. They might, but it is a first good step of pre-reading, and it's an important step. It's also important because those names mean something to us. They mean those are our friends in our classroom. Those are our kids. Those are our classroom names. And so it's important for the kids to take responsibility, and they love that. It's one of their favorite things to be able to read. I'm going to put those in quotes, other kids' names. So are you guys ready? I'm going to spell a name. I'm using uppercase letters today. I'm only using uppercase letters, okay? So what letter is that? L, E, G. Can you guess who I'm spelling? E. All my letters. N and D. Whose name is this in our classroom? Legend. Very good. Now you can see my letters have different things on them. I love these letters. So this one has stripes. You can feel those stripes. This one has nothing in the middle of it, in the G. And this one has just black in the middle, doesn't it? And you can really feel those letters. I love these letters. So good job. We spelled Legend's name. Excellent. Now I'm going to spell a girl's name. Are you ready? First we did a boy, then we're going to do a girl. K. Oh, you're already telling me what it is because you know whose name begins with K in our room. K-A-R-E-N. Whose name? You already told me. I know you did. Karen. Very good. K-A-R-E-N. Excellent. Beep, beep, beep. All right, we did a girl. Now let's do boy. Okay? Oh, I need something to help me with this one. Sorry. He'll like this when he sees it. Okay. So we're going to start with L. Then we're going to do A. And then I have a little apostrophe. Beep. In his name. And then we have M. And we have I. And then we have R. Where's my R? There it is. Whose name is this, guys? Lemire. Very good. Lemire has that apostrophe. I'm going to do something on my I. Now, there are different ways that people do uppercase I's, and one of them is just to make a big line like this. But I think for us in preschool, it's really difficult. It's confusing because that looks like a lowercase L, doesn't it? So on my letter today, I'm going to do this. When we make our I's in the classroom, this is what our I's look like, right? So there we go. So we said Lemire's name, excellent. All right. All right. Now we did a boy. What do we have to do? I got to get my apostrophe off. There we go. All right. We're going to do a girl. All right. Here we go. A. L. I. Y. A. H. Whose name is this? Aaliyah. Excellent. Excellent. You guys are too smart for me. Okay. So we did a girl. Now we got to do a boy. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. E L I J A H. Whose name is this? Elijah. Very good. And you know what? On my J, I need another top. They didn't put it on this either. When we make our J's, we do this, don't we? Elijah. Okay. Good job. Next, we did a boy. Who do we have to do? We're making a pattern. Boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, girl. Patterns, right? Okay. Now we're going to do girl. Here we go. L U. Hang on. I'm missing a letter. Where did it go? I had it. Couldn't see it. C Y. L-U-C-Y. L-U-C-Y spells Lucy. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, that's a girl. Now we got to do a boy. We're going to start his name with L also. L A S S A N and A. We need another A. Whose name is this? Lasana. Lassana. Lasana. Lasana. We welcome. Lasana. 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 All right, now we got to do a girl. M E L A. We need, where did it go? I laid it down. M-E-L-A. Where did my N go? Did I lose my N? Did you steal my N? No, you didn't. M-E-L-M-E-L-A-N-Y spells Melanie. Excellent. Good job. Melanie. All right, Melanie was a girl. Who do we have to do now? We have a boy. We have a boy. His name begins with A. A-R-I and E. Whose name? Whose name? A-R-I-E. R-E. Very good. Excellent. Okay, now we got to do a girl. And I'm going to tell you the first letter, and you're going to tell me what it is, because we only have one girl that begins with this letter. But I can't find it, so I can't tell you. F. Whose name begins with F? You're right. F-A-R. M. Ba-ba, ba-ba, ba-ba. A. Ba-ba. T. Ba-ba. And A. F-A-R-M-A-T-A spells Fatima. Good job. All right, you guys already knew that. All right, back to boys. Ba-ba, ba-ba. Whose name will I spell? His name begins with P, and you're going to tell me already who you know it is. P-E-Y-T-O and N. Whose name? Peyton. Excellent. You guys already know. You guys already know. Good job. Peyton. Okay, we did a boy. What's next? We're doing boy, girl, boy, girl. So after boy, we got to do a girl. Excellent. And her name begins with A. And then we're going to do D. And then we have E. Then we have L. Then we have I. Then we have N. Then we have E. Whose name begins with this? Adeline. Very good. Good job. Adeline. A-D-E-L-I-N-E. Okay. We did a girl. Who's next? Got to do a boy. L-I-A-M. Whose name? Liam. Very good. Liam, 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 L-I-A-M, L-I-A-M. Now our girl begins with L as well. L-I-A-M. L, L, Y. Whose name is this? Lily! Excellent. Lily, oh Lily, oh Lily, oh Lily. Now we got to do a boy. M, I, T, C, H. This is a long one. E, L, L. Whose name is this? Mitchell. Very good. Mitchell. Mitchell. All right. We got a girl. A girl. We have a girl. Say E. E. We have a girl's name begins with E. D. Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, ba. Where's my other one? E. E. D. E. And my last letter is N. Whose name is this? Eden. E-D-E-N. E-D-E-N. Eden. Very good. All right. Now, I have 2 new additions to our classroom, Lachlan 1, and I want you to learn how to read their name as well. The first one is Sam, and Sam's name is spelled like this. S-A-M. He has 3 letters. Sam. S-A-M. Sam. Okay? And then we're going to spell, I have a girl. Ah! And her name begins with A, D, L, E, Y. Adley. Her name is Adley. And she is going to be in our Lachlan 1 classroom since we're not at school. So this is Adley, and Sam was our other one, okay? So those are 2 kids that are learning at home with us. I love learning with letters. Isn't that great? Ooh, I knocked our thing. All right, so before we end today, I had a meeting. I talked with someone yesterday, and she was talking about how we need to teach you guys how we do our breathing. Maybe we could do some yoga moves for sure. But I think it's important for us to teach those around us that when things get crazy or when we're feeling, we could even feel angry, we could feel super upset, super sad. I had a friend whose little boy was very sad that he couldn't play with his friends and that he couldn't go to school. And so he was crying. He was very sad. So I think our breathing exercise with the chime is an important thing to do to remind us it's going to be okay, right? Things are very different right now and they feel different. Maybe some of you aren't going to the store or to the grocery store. We certainly can't go to the playground. We can't go to places like the zoo. We can't just go shopping at stores and buy things like we used to. And so now only a few people can go into a store at a time. So things feel different. And when things feel different, that can feel scary. And when things feel different and when things feel scary, some people get very nervous and they start running around and being hyper. Some of you feel very quiet and want to be left alone. Sometimes when we're upset, we cry. And so I want to end our time today with our chime activity because I really feel like it's an important thing and I probably should do this every day. I think it's something that I need. When I get very nervous about things and I share that with you guys a lot. And so I want us to be able to do our very best at calming our bodies down. And we can teach those around us. I can teach my mom and dad. I can teach my friends the things that we do to remember it's going to be okay. We take it a day at a time. So let's do our chime activity. I want you to sit on the ground right now or sit on the chair, wherever you want, couch. And I want you to close your eyes. And we're going to listen for our chime. I'm going to close my eyes too, okay? you for doing that with me. I really think it's important for us to remember it's going to be okay. It feels very different. And at first, I was like, this is an adventure. We get to stay at home. And even though I missed you guys, I was like, that's okay. I like to read and do things around my house. But the longer it goes on, the more that we have to stay in our house and we can't go to places that we normally like to go. It can kind of feel like, already. Can we go back to school? Can we go out to eat? All those things. It feels But I want you to remember it's going to be okay. It is going to be okay. And once we be able to get back outside again, once we start being able to go to the park again, it's going to be great. Just hang in there and we'll do it one day at a time together. You are extraordinary and you make my days happy. You remind me of how fun life can be and when we explore things. And in fact, I think tomorrow we'll do some experiments. What do you think? Would you like to do some experiments with me tomorrow? I would like to do some experiments. So come back tomorrow and we're going to do some science experiments. We'll do, I know, one off the top of my head, and maybe we'll do another one, okay? Because we need to have fun and know that it's going to be okay. Have a super extraordinary day, guys. See ya.